You miss them constantly. You think about them all day. You can't imagine your life without them. But here's a question most people never stop to ask. Is that love? Or is it attachment? Because these two things feel almost identical from the inside, but they are fundamentally different. And confusing the two might be the reason so many people stay in the wrong relationships for far too long. Welcome back to Love Clarity. This is one of the most important distinctions you'll ever make in your romantic life. Once you understand the difference between love and attachment, how you see your relationships will never be the same. Let's get into it. Attachment is rooted in need. It's the feeling of desperately wanting someone to be in your life. Not necessarily because of who they are, but because of how they make you feel or what emotional role they fill. Attachment is often born from fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of losing the comfort and routine someone provides. Fear of starting over. When you're attached to someone, their absence feels unbearable. Not because you love who they are, but because losing them threatens your sense of security or identity. Love, on the other hand, is rooted in choice. Real love sees a person clearly, their flaws, their complexity, their full humanity, and chooses them anyway. Love isn't desperate. It doesn't cling or suffocate. It gives the other person space to be fully themselves because their growth and happiness genuinely matters to you, even when it's inconvenient for you. Love feels like warmth and security. Attachment feels like anxiety and need. Here's one of the clearest ways to tell the difference. How do you feel when things are going well versus when there's distance? In love, you enjoy the good moments, and you trust that space doesn't mean abandonment. In attachment, even good moments are shadowed by the fear of losing them. You can't fully enjoy the present because you're too busy worrying about the future. That constant low-level anxiety is attachment, not love. Another key difference. Do you love who they actually are or who you need them to be? Attachment often involves projecting an idealized version onto someone. You overlook who they're showing you because you're in love with the version of them you've created in your mind. Real love requires seeing someone fully and honestly, the parts that inspire you and the parts that disappoint you, and choosing them based on that full picture. Third difference. What happens when the relationship ends? After a breakup rooted in attachment, the pain is often more about the loss of comfort, routine, and identity than the loss of the specific person. You grieve the relationship role more than the individual. After a breakup rooted in love, real love, you grieve the person, their specific laugh, their unique way of seeing the world, the irreplaceable quality of who they were. Both are painful, but they're different kinds of pain. So what do you do with this information? First, be honest with yourself. Sit quietly and ask, am I with this person because I genuinely love who they are, or because I'm afraid of what my life looks like without them? Neither answer is wrong, but knowing the truth is the beginning of making better decisions. Second, if you realize it's mostly attachment, don't panic. Attachment is human, but it's worth asking whether the relationship is serving your actual growth or just your comfort. Those are two very different things. Love and attachment. They feel the same, but they lead to very different places. Drop a comment below. Have you ever confused the two? What did you learn from it? Subscribe to Love Clarity for more honest relationship content every week. This is one of those videos worth sharing. Send it to someone who needs to hear it. See you in the next one.